Hello there. This is Jose again from New Jersey, visiting from Towanda, PA, and I looked into this life expectancy of elite athletes, I guess you would say, world-class athletes, and this came about after looking at all the euphoria of the Super Bowl games, and it came out that the average life expectancy of an NFL player is 58 years of age. 58. That means that on average they live 58, whereas the normal life expectancy I think is around 76. And I don't know if they're taking both male and females or whatever. Females live a little longer than the males, but elite athletes die usually around 67. So that's a gap of quite a few years. That's what 9 years loss of life by being a world class athlete. That's on average, of course, and of course I would think that the football players bring that down maybe. Not that they represent a majority of professional athletes. I mean, you have hockey players. Max Schmeling apparently lived almost 100 years old, and he was a boxer. We know that boxing does take its toll. A lot of these people get like Alzheimer type of um, maladies. Muhammad Ali, I think, got Parkinson from the impacts that he took. Um, but it's an interesting discussion as to where our priorities are in this world. I was at a restaurant, and the waitress was saying how she really loved this boxing movie that's out. I forget the name of it right now, uh, but it's interesting how there's a certain instinctive aspect of the human race that they love fights, they love violence. I think we could easily bring back the gladiator games if they made a pitch for it. You look at this kickboxing where these guys knock the living crap out of each other. They're more or less like gladiators of sort. Um, I don't know. There's something very strange about us, and we kind of laugh it off. We laugh a lot of things off. We laugh at comedians when they talk about being high on drugs. And this is with kids watching. What was the movie I saw? Oh, it was Talladega Nights or something, and they had these two kids acting, these two young kids acting and being around such violent and vulgar language. And the movie was funny, but it wasn't funny for a kid who was acting in this and being exposed to this type of crap. I think there's something wrong with a society that lets young children, minors, act in an environment where they're subject to some very adult language, adult situations, in some very highly sexually charged scenes. Not that they're having sex with anybody, but they're around that type of environment in the movie skit where their dialogue actually has them swearing or talking about things which you would slap them down if they did this in your house. So, what can I say? It all started with the Super Bowl, Super Bowl mania. I am always amazed with the sports talk shows, which I'm plagued with up in Towanda. By the way, I'm making a loop antenna. It takes 120 feet of wire, and you can make a variable capacitor out of three envelopes filled with aluminum foil, and one slips between the two, and you slide it in and out. And I used 30-inch pieces of wood, so you had 10 revolutions around 30 inches or 120 inches around the perimeter. Now I should be able to pick up some talk radio, not have to listen to all this crap sports talk and some of the crap music. And I like music, don't get me wrong, but I need input. I need like thought. I need people talking, discussing things, and the people who are discussing it, I don't even have to agree with. I just like to be able to weigh what they're saying and judge for myself if I think what they're saying makes sense from my knowledge base. In any event, where were we going this? Yes, I mean, you have these people calling these stations, and they're really serious about calling this manager a bum, that manager a bum. If he did this, he would play this guy here or there. And I'm thinking about, I mean, you talk about, I don't know what these people do for a living, and I'm not being judgmental, but I mean, for these people all of a sudden think that they could run a team, whether I don't care what the sport is, and how the other guy's a bum, doesn't know what he's doing, you know, and these sports. I mean, there's serious stuff going around this world. And look, I liked Indy racing when AJ Foyt was running, and I liked baseball when Pete Rose was playing, and things like that. Bill Muncy driving the hydroplanes. And don't get me wrong. I mean, you do have these people who really are special in sports. But in today's age, when we're talking about losing our constitutional rights, we're talking about the country being run into the ground and our children being spent into debt to the point where it seems like we're never going to get out of this. This whole sports thing seems to be totally, totally overblown. And I don't know. I wish I could get into it. Maybe I'd feel maybe I'd be more American if I was really into this whole sports culture where people are spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on seats and scalping, and that's their privilege. I mean, you can just blow your money wherever you want to blow. You want to go to a casino and blow it, that should be your right. But then again, it should be my right, let's say, in the case, not to have to buy health insurance if I don't want to buy it. If I want to save my money and spend it on what maladies I have to the extent that I want to spend them. And if I choose to die as a result of a malady, that's my decision. If I want to leave my kids more money rather than to blow it all to last a couple more months, I think, or a couple more years, that should be my decision. And I shouldn't be presumed guilty, which seems to be un-American. Any event, that's my, just want to do some clarification on a previous YouTube I did on the life expectancy of NFL players. But apparently, I think the longest living people are like ministers and professors. I think on average they do the best. So if you want to live a long time, try taking up those occupations. Take care.